We have now officially, Anderson, crossed entirely across the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm joining you now from Dumbo, which is one part of Brooklyn, just at the other end of the Brooklyn Bridge. So just if you're joining us, we started massive peaceful protesters in Foley Square, which is really the heart of downtown Manhattan, right around where the police headquarters are, right there at City Hall. And as each of your different correspondents have been explaining, each of these groups have been splintering off, and it's entirely organic. It's very organized. There have been, people with headphones and microphones communicating within the crowds, telling one another, walk with me a little bit, Pellin, so we can show them as I'm talking to you, telling people where to go and how. In walking across the entire Brooklyn Bridge, which, by the way, we were walking on, and I actually sort of still am, the roads. Police ahead of time had shut it down, anticipating that the protesters would want to walk across the bridge. I will say, just a few minutes ago, because the road was not shut on the Manhattan-bound side of the bridge, there were a couple of protesters who incredibly dangerously crossed across the middle, risked their lives to do so, and were disrupting traffic on the other side.
Right.
Another thing we noticed was that a number of the cars who were passing along had their cell phones. They saw all these protesters, the hundreds of people crossing across into Brooklyn, grab their own cell phones, and were shooting everyone walking along.
Brooke, I'm going to jump in here. We're going to come back to you because I also want to show on the right-hand side of our screen just an extraordinary aerial vantage point. You just get a sense of the sheer size of this one demonstration itself. This is from WABC. This on the West Side Highway, from what it looks like. I'm assuming that is the crowd that Chris Cuomo has been with. Thousands of people, as Chris was saying, as maybe as many as 10,000. We don't have an exact number, but thousands of people moving up, not on the sidewalks, moving up on the street amidst traffic. Heading toward that line of police officers, which is where Deborah Farrick have been. Again, this, as experienced as the New York City Police Department is in crowd control, and there are a lot of big events in New York, this city has not seen anything like this, certainly as far back as I can remember, and I've lived here my entire life. It's an extraordinary scene to see a city like this, the major arteries of a city, the Brooklyn Bridge, the West Side Highway, and other spots down by the Holland Tunnel, essentially coming to a standstill.